If you don't want to pay bribes, just do the right thing. Because it takes two to tango. The police don't pay themselves the bribe. The one who pays the bribe and the one who receives are equally guilty under the law. So why do they pay these bribes? Because they know that definitely they are not compliant. But if everybody was compliant, they will be safe. Number two, why would a citizen sit in a matatu and see a driver giving out a bribe to a policeman and keep quiet? Yeah, tutafanya nini? In fact, the worst part of it is they go to social media. The only thing they say, police picks a bribe. Let me tell you something. If 14 people in a matatu, even if they are 10, say, hey, police, hiyo shilingi 50 umechukua ni ya nini? And you say today, and you say tomorrow, even if you don't arrest the police officer or whoever, just shouting that tumekuona umechukua hiyo shilingi 50, it makes a whole difference. But we've become experts in our WhatsApp groups and our Facebook and Twitter. Remember when Kibaki came to office in 2003, citizens were arresting police officers who were taking bribes because there was a certain level of patriotism and citizen consciousness that everybody wanted to ensure that their country is safe and free from corruption. What stops us from going there as citizens? You know? Arresting drivers that are drunk and driving, refusing to board a car that is already overloaded, making sure that you don't board a border more than one person. Because honestly, the police doesn't pick you and put you in a border to be 4 people without helmet, you know? And I have done, this week alone, I have stopped in several places to stop a border rider and ask them, why don't you have a helmet? Pole sana mkubwa. You know, he's telling me pole, he doesn't even have the helmet there. It's not there. Meanwhile, he's carrying 3 other people who are looking at me as if, why are you interrupting our trip? It is, you know, why are you interrupting our ride? Because everybody wants to, somehow we are somehow in a hurry in the country. Everybody wants to arrive somewhere very fast, even if it means dying. And it's not for lack of border. In fact, the other border riders waiting for a pillion passenger. But because those of you want to board one of them, border, all of you, and it saddens me. And I want to repeat this. You have a husband, a wife, and the children riding one border, and they get an accident, and we lose all of them. It is terrible. And I just want to emphasize here that citizen consciousness and citizen commitment will be the most important thing. And if I have not said it here, please, my friends of the media, you know, when I went to NTSA last week, many people keep seeing the clip that I was in the NTSA and I looked in a foul mood, I was angry. I didn't sleep the night before. And I don't want to repeat that story because it makes me very emotional. You see, like many of you, I have a child in school. Yeah. And for a parent to send their child to school and the day they are waiting for them at home, yeah, that parent is waiting for a child and he doesn't arrive just because somebody was reckless somewhere. That could be my child. You know, for those of us who have our children in high school, it could be mine. By the time I was going to NTSA in the morning, my family is my witness, my wife is I didn't sleep the whole night because of Chavakali's story. We had just come from Kapsabet, you just told the Chavakali whatever. So when people are talking about other things like it was jokes, it was not to me. My mind the next day was really, really wondering. Last year, April, we lost a number of kids because of a road accident in Naivasha for children who are being brought by a 14-seater matatu. I called this NTSA CEO and I told him, whatever the resources, however little it is, let's do everything possible this week when we are closing school to just make sure that the children get home safe. Because now we have mad people on the road. And I'm glad this week, at least the numbers involving children coming from school went down. But that is something that should pain us. You know, we are all used to niceties of, you know, who is doing what. If we can, all of us, just imagine your child is in school and you're waiting home. Somebody's husband has gone to hustle and he's being waited at home, and the only breadwinner. You know, most of the people who are driving these vehicles, young people, yeah, that are driving these vehicles and 20s, 30s, they just bought their first cars and they've gone for drinking. On, like now, this time they are drinking somewhere because tomorrow is a public holiday. I can tell you for sure, we know, because the statistics don't lie, that by 11 you have road accidents on the road involving private vehicles for people who are drunk. That's why we are returning the drunk driving, the alcohol blow and the like. We are working on the regulations to return that. So it shouldn't be government too much to manage individual human behavior, but we are forced to do so because people are not taking responsibility in their hands. I ask you, and I urge you more once again, media, forget about Murkomen. Turn your cameras on the citizens. Ask them. Let's work together. Let's support each other to push the focus on human behavior. All these are preventable if we are all conscious. If you bought a car and the 14th person is already in and the 15th come and all of you tell him shuka to meja kwa hii gari, that person has to shuka because you people care about your life. If the drivers of a speed and say, dere, simama hapo, ume-overtake mara mbili vibaya, unataka kutuua, we will be able to do something that will turn our country. This thing requires a whole citizen approach for us to solve this problem, including the corruption.